Very good morning. Here today we have our beloved and honorable Vice Chancellor of Bharatiyar University, who is an eminent resource person and distinguished head of the departments, learned faculty members and all the participants. Good morning to everybody. At this juncture, I'm delighted to welcome our beloved Vice Chancellor, Registrar Sir, resource persons from Jaini Group, Mr. Ramudan, Mrs. Elilarasi, and Dr. Asha Priya, Mr. Vijay Kumar, and Mr. Nirmal, and our faculty members of School of Commerce, and RUSA Project Fellow, Ms. Kalishwari, Mr. Devashakti, Ms. Sneha Jayalakshmi, beloved participants who responded to our invitation, and my dear student friends. Very good morning to one and all present here, and I am elated to welcome our Honorable Vice Chancellor. He is an ingenious and far-sighted administrator. His digital savvy has taken the university to the next level. He is always a guiding spirit for all of us. We welcome you, sir, on behalf of School of Commerce, Bharatiyar University, and on all behalf of the participants to responded to our invitation. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Shall I start?
Yes, sir.
Respected Dr. Sumati, my colleague Dr. Murugan, the Registrar of Bharatiyar University, and the resource persons, Mr. Ramudan, Mr. Vijay, Mr. Nirmal, Mr. Elilarasan Kesavan, Ms. Asha, and other distinguished speakers, and faculty members from Bharatiyar University Commerce Department and other academic institutions, students of our Bharatiyar University and other academic institutions. I'm very happy to inaugurate a 10-day online national skill development program on social media digital marketing. The digital marketing is a field which is very important for the manufacturers to sell the product, how to make the product to reach the common man. A large number of manufacturers are there. Only very few people are able to reach the society or the end users, and it is mainly because of the marketing strategies. You all must be knowing about how people using the social media for marketing, and sometimes it might be carrying the fascinating information, but many times you might or might not be able to prove the capability of your product. However, there is a need for the marketing, the digital marketing. It all depends on the product selling. It all depends on how you are able to reach the end users. And Sumati has organized this skill development program. How you can effectively make your product to reach the society by using the digital platform, especially by using the various infrastructure with a special reference to the digital infrastructure, and with the combination of search engine optimization, search engine marketing, and content marketing, influencer marketing, and content automation, and various other aspects. And today, many manufacturers, they are facing the problem in terms of unable to reach the common man, or people are scared of using the product during the COVID pandemic. And not only because of the COVID pandemic, even because of the strategy of the mindset of the people, how they want to make use of the product. Most of the time, you might have to reach them through the service at home, or delivery at home, or in office, and various things are there. And how you are going to use the digital platform in such a way that you are able to sell the product, and also making the students aware of all these things. Number one, when there is a transformation of industries, from industries 3 to industries 4 and also industries 5, and we have to educate ourselves, the organizers, the faculty members and students, how they have to make themselves suitable for the type of job that you are going to have in your future. And in Bharatiya University, we are changing our curriculum in such a way that you are going to have industries 4 and 5 components, which is going to be a prerequisite for the next generation job opportunities. I wish this resource person will be able to interact with our students and students from other faculty, other institute, and making this program highly successful. Thank you very much.
Situation, and all the companies in the world are really in need of digital marketing. And you know very clearly this digital marketing has potential of global reach and effective low cost marketing, and tracking and the transparency of investment of the end user, where the delivery end of wherever the marketing it has been thrown into the market and how it has been converted in a return on investment. And all the part is improving the governance of each industry. And yes, digital marketing is a need of the hour for all the people across every knowledge source. Yes, I have my team, Mr. Amudan, who's a corporate trainer and is having experience with Accenture and CS Crops, and he'll be delivering the knowledge session to you. And yes, it is an interactive session, and you can just go ahead and you can just ask your doubts. And this session will be delivered in a practical fashion. We will have the privilege to share our live server with the end user, and we'll be giving up case studies which we crossed and for the knowledge end. And yes, Amudan, you can just take care of it, and all the best for the students and the faculty members. Thank you, Amudan.
Thank you so much for the total community members and the people who have been participating in this event. So myself, Amudha Kumar, and I'm a digital marketing trainer by passion, and I have chosen being into the digital marketing industry to make sure that I get what I want. I want to have time under my control. I want to have, my health is to be taken care of very well. And finally, the primary reason, I want to be with my parents, and I literally do not want to go for a job. So that's the primary reason, I was passionate towards being into digital. Okay, so the complete world of digital marketing right now, we call it as digital marketing today. Maybe somewhere around from 5 years back, there is a term called digital marketing. It's very famous term. Okay, and earlier to that, there are very few. It's exclusively, we call it as internet, www.com websites. And somebody says website, he is a techie guy, to be very frank, during that point in time. Okay, now I've been introduced to the internet world in the year 2005, where my headmaster, where I studied in Sainik School, Amaravati Nagar, where my headmaster gave me an assignment, not me, the old students, an assignment where everybody has to create their email ID when they come back from their vacation. And that's how I got introduced to the internet. And the passion towards the internet platform started increasing because I was looking for an opportunity where I can make money without investing money, where I can invest my time, I can invest my knowledge, I can generate revenue, but not by investing money. Investing money was not my cup of tea. So that's the reason which I was actually doing it. And anyway, so we will be getting onto the topic directly. And the first topic which we are going to discuss today will be the introduction to digital marketing, and it continues with other modules and other stuff. Okay, see, we have more number of people out here in the session, and the raising questions is the one thing which I love the most throughout the sessions. But will I be able to accommodate every question is a bit, suspicious for me. Anyway, so to kick start with, okay, so let me present my screen and show it to all people. And so I'm sure my screen is visible now. Can a couple of people confirm that is my screen visible? You are looking at my website. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Not everybody can confirm because the audio clash with each other. Okay, that's amazing. So, gentlemen, my first kind request is like never try to present your screen because we have lots of people in the session today. Okay, number one, and number two is like kindly be on mute, and you can raise your doubts and questions maybe in the chat window, or if it is really a very important doubt, obviously we can release our mute and connect with each other. time is one important factor that we can have it here. Even a single account which has a sound in the background can spoil the whole show. So I literally want to let you know you are already doing great, you are doing good on handling yourself. I really appreciate that. Okay, even I faced handling 10 people who have struggling to maintain their audio problems and other stuff, but still this is a very good crowd that everybody knows the stuff and we are connecting with it. Wonderful. So digital marketing is basically, I have a just to make sure that we go in par with the track, I have created a document, okay, where I can share with all people so we can have a look at it. Okay, just to make sure that we don't miss stuff. Okay, so basically digital marketing, the one thing, the biggest problem in the digital industry is the myth is the biggest problem in the digital industry. Okay, people who are technically sound, who can do it, who can explore more, who are self learners, they can really do great with respect to learning all this stuff. That's not going to be a biggest issue at all. But because internet is open and it is available for almost every people out there in the planet, to be very frank, anybody who has a smartphone can gain access to internet connection. Now, starting from the corporates to a common man, internet is a common platform. It's a very common playground to play with for every individual out there. Okay, now this cannot be owned by somebody, this cannot be denied for someone. Now it has become a very base and common platform for everyone out there. Even a 3-year-old kid wants to have access to the Android phone of their father to watch rhymes, that too on YouTube Kids and YouTube. Okay, now it starts from there, from that particular platform to till now it's actually continues and moves like this. Okay, so basically from the complete platform, when we say digital marketing, the first thing that we need to understand is like this digital marketing is not interested or not related to IT. It can be a one source of information technology industry, but digital marketing as a whole is not a technology, number one. Okay, digital marketing as a whole is not a technology. It is a combination of multiple platforms. Like we say sky, we have atmosphere, where atmosphere is filled with the air and the air is filled with the combination of gases, right? So the same way is like digital marketing, or the platform of digital marketing is a collection of famous platforms or leading platforms that are established in internet. Okay, the first basic rule. Next thing is like we don't need to be technical savvy, we don't need to be tech savvy to be into the digital industry. This is basically a marketing field. This is a marketing field because people learn about digital and the marketing, and because we use internet, mobile phone, smartphone and desktop computers to operate all this, people misunderstand that this is a technology based process. To be very frank, this is not a technology based process. Digital marketing is not a technology based process, which means like you don't need to be a tech savvy, you don't need to know about everything out here. We are the end user, and there are people who are in the business industry who are taking the advantage of this interface and the platform. So the first thing we need to understand is like we don't need technical skills to handle the digital marketing advertisement platforms, products and services. This is the one myth that everybody needs to break, that anybody can establish in digital. Okay, if you want to have some examples or showcase something like that, check out YouTube. There are lots of people who are YouTube fame and YouTube influencers, no educational qualification, right? Now their consistent activity of sharing the content on the platform, and it is a YouTube's algorithm that makes people to reach out to the common people. Okay, basically number one. And another important factor here is like consistency is the important key in any factor we continue. Okay, so I have given the summary of few aspects related to digital marketing here. Okay, so I can throw lights on this, and if you ask me there are only this many modules are only available, I can say no, right? As I've already said, it's a combination of multiple platforms. It's a combination of multiple platforms. Today we call it as Google because Google is the market leader in the search engine industry. There is something called YouTube, which is a free video hosting website, okay, which is leading in the industry. Doesn't mean that there are no other websites like that. There are lots of websites available like Vimeo, we have Dailymotion. So there are several video hosting websites still available, but YouTube is the market leader. Social media, we take Facebook, we have Twitter, we have LinkedIn, we have Instagram, we have, so each and every product which we know today is a market leader in the respective product or services. Okay. Now, having been said that, there can be a product which is available today, that product may not be available tomorrow, that may disappear. Okay, doesn't mean that the digital marketing platform is completely closed. No, if there is a one company who is vanishing from the industry, there is always a quality competitor coming at the top. Survival of the fittest happens with the digital. You can even take the global game player of Google, who owned a couple of products. One is Orkut and another one is Google Plus. And if you pay close attention to those two products, they were the market leader then when they were launched. Orkut was the only social media networking community which we had to connect with people. Somewhere around in 2000, 2001. Now we have several platforms. Now Orkut was removed from the industry. Now we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, other platforms. The same way, Google Plus was one of the product which was actually removed from the industry. Now, being in the leader in the market and being removed from the market is a common process. Very recently, we can have, because of the action taken by our government of India. Now, there are several applications which are restricted from installing and using it, and one among those is the viral application called TikTok. Okay. Now, we as a people into the digital marketing were thinking like TikTok is going to be the biggest market player. Yes, obviously it had the potential, but because of the legal restrictions, they may come back with all the legal restrictions fixed. Okay. Now, as a end user, as a business owner, or as a consumer, how am I going to be benefited? As a consumer or a business owner, how am I going to be benefited? Okay, I am going to be benefited by using this product. We have Google, Yahoo, Bing, DuckDuckGo, Yandex, we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. All these products are prepared or created to make your process and my process super easy, without any technical stuff. I can upload a 3 GB, 1 GB to 2 GB video in YouTube. I don't have any hosting limitations. I can share my website and content in my Facebook and other platforms. I don't need to pay a single penny to them. Okay, so like this, every individual common man can start and move on with the digital platform. Okay, so when we come into this one, so we will be getting into the introduction of the particular platform, that basically digital marketing. Okay, we will discuss about traditional marketing, what is it, and what is digital marketing, and the difference between these two. So these can be considered as a basics in the sense like going back to the basics is the biggest growth that one can have, because when we make mistake in a basic thing, that is when we end up having a huge mistake being popped up. Okay, so basics helps you to gain confidence. The basic concepts helps you to gain confidence that, oh, I know about it. Okay, let me give it a try. Number one. Number two, to try anything in the digital marketing industry, digital marketing industry, it will be really good if you don't share any of your payment information in any platform. You are on the safer side. Thumb rule. Until otherwise, you don't connect with somebody who is a trusted source of person or a trusted source of organization. Never ever share your payment based details to anybody else in the industry. The reason, because only when there is a payment information being updated, the probability of taking your money is available. So if you have a fear of losing money and all of this stuff with respect to this industry, the only key rule is never ever update or share your payment details to anybody. Sharing OTP is the second stage, but sharing your payment information is the first stage. So let us not do that. Without doing any payment information being shared on the internet platform, you can try anything by yourself, because almost every industry leader in the market, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Google, Pinterest, whomsoever you take, where we call them as a multi-million-dollar companies, they offer their services for free. Almost every organization, they offer their services for free, but the company's worth is crores and crores of value, but the services offered is free. Now later they take it to the paid more and other stuff. That's a business model. Okay, so how internet platform helps a common man, a businessman, and also the business owners to connect with each other and fill the bridge or the gap between these two people. This digital platform acts as a bridge from the consumer to the manufacturer to the producer and to the right people. And any business you take, I always tell to people, any business you take, you blend your existing business with the digital platform, you will have an exponential growth. Any business you can be doing, you can be a a house or home rent brokerage, you can be a tutor, you can be a trainer, you can be a professor, you can be a a government employee full-time working for serving for the government. Whatever the industry you take, your platform, when it is blended with digital, when it's a blended with digital, mixed with the digital, you can see exponential growth. And that's the reality. And I call digital marketing as a salt. Right, whenever we prepare a recipe of meals or food, you prepare it without salt, it has no taste, but you add optimum amount of salt inside, then it has a very good taste. Now your business will have a very good growth, a very good taste when you blend the platform with the digital. Digital cannot act independent. Digital cannot act independent. It is dependent on a product or a service. It is dependent on a product or a service. Okay, sending out an email and receiving out an email, the basic digital platform where people kick started. Telephonic support was there, now we have a chat support we have. So there are lots of business improvements and developments which keep on happening, and the complete things can be clubbed or put into only two factors. One is search engine and another one is social media. Okay, now so I have modules out here. Yes ma'am, is there anything that I can pay attention to? No, right? Okay, let me proceed. So we have different modules out here, and I'm going to be concentrating this one based on the schedules whichever we have. Okay, so let me kick start with the introduction to digital marketing. Okay, see, I'm a kind of person who wants to share you the stuff in the real time. I do not want to have the materials documented, to be very frank. Anyone in this session, whenever you're trying to get a material for digital marketing course or digital marketing book or all of that stuff, I tell you very frank, please don't look for any materials out there. Okay, don't look for any materials out there. It can't be created, because once I complete creating a material for this particular topic or industry, now they will change the interface, they will change the business model, they will change the technology in which it is working, and I literally have to create the technology again. The document you and me create, or the technology based people who create the document, they don't have the ability to upgrade or update themselves. We don't have an opportunity in digital. So it is always a brilliant idea to learn whatever you want to know. Simply go Google it. Okay, go to google.com. Okay, search for it. Whatever you want to know in the recent factors, go simply search about it. You want to have updated information about a particular product or a service, because I was introduced to one of the device named Geofy. Is basically like Geofy. Okay, it gives me informations like Geofy 3, technique, specifications. Okay, specs. I can go out and check it immediately. What if somebody gives me a pamphlet which was printed 3 years back? What if somebody gives me a pamphlet which was printed 3 years back, and I end up with having insufficient or expired data or the information? Correct. The same way, if you look into this particular one, okay, I get updated information. I even have opportunity to validate all this stuff. I can go to the tools option. I can check the content are being delivered within very few times or slots. I can restrict myself to see what are the content that are published in the internet in last 1 hour, past hour, anything related to the Geofy 3 specifics, right? So you can see 29 minutes ago the content was updated, right? You can see here 8 minutes ago the content was updated. So the platform that we have right now is instant and it's immediate. And as you all know very well, that we are in a situation or a scenario called information age, where we receive information just like that, where we are held up, where we are locked. Only when we don't validate the information which we receive, that is when we are getting into a problem. We get a WhatsApp forward message, we simply forward it to other people without validating it. Now that is a problem. That's the problem it actually starts with. What are we supposed to do? Basically, whatever the information that you and me get, go get it, validate it. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so validation is an important factor in this information age, because you get access to information just like that. We need to validate it for sure. Okay, now I would say digital marketing as a platform or a product, right? It's a practice of promoting a product or a service using any internet platform. Any gadget connected with internet, I can target. I can connect with people, whomsoever is using. I can target people based on their age, gender, their location, their travel behavior, their shopping behavior, their annual income, what are the kind of books they read, are they owner of a house, are they owner, they are staying in a rental house, and how many kids they have, and starting from toddler to teenage parents, okay, recently married, 6 months back married, who is engaged yet to be married. So there are lots of categories which we have to target people upon. That's the biggest advantage. Okay, now anybody can go live, anybody can access the internet, and they can start promoting their business just like that, very easily they will be able to do it. Okay, now social media has made those platforms very easy. Okay, there are organizations who build their websites for 60,000, 80,000 rupees. There are real estate based organizations who build their websites and businesses for almost 1.5 lakhs to 2 lakh rupees just by creating websites, and after 6 months they end up understanding like, what, man, I have spent 1.5 lakhs of money in my building a website, I did not receive even a single lead. There have been scenarios where it has happened. There have been scenarios where people spend money to create their website, very minimal money, but they get huge lead generation and business processes happening. This happens. Now, digital does not need huge investment. Digital does not need a technical knowledge. Okay, anyone can establish themselves in the industry. All they need to have is this strategy. Okay, all they need to have is the strategy on how to establish online themselves, how to establish themselves online. What are the strategies I am going to follow? That is very important. Okay, now I want to support this particular topic by telling you, letting you know a couple of things. Okay, I generally tell to lots of people. Okay, கேட்டதெல்லாம் கொடுத்தா கடவுள், கேட்ட உடனே கொடுத்தா அது கூகுள். ஓகே, ஸோ இது வந்து நானே ஃப்ரேம் பண்ண ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ். ஏன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, whenever I have an opportunity to have a look into information validation other stuff, I need something, I go pray to God. Once I'm committed to it, God will give me. This is what I believe. For those people who are not committed to what they want, it's not going to happen. But this is what I believe. But whenever I want to have information about something, I want to know about something. Let me say I want to make 2 crores of turnover end of this month or next of the end of this year. Now, Google cannot give me, but the thing is like I can figure out what are the ways and means of doing it, the right things to do it, the legal ways to do it, and all this stuff. I can validate it, and hence that's I completely frame this sentence. கேட்டதெல்லாம் கொடுத்தா கடவுள், கேட்ட உடனே கொடுத்தா அது வந்து Google. Okay, this is the first thing which I believe in it. Number 2 is technology has no mercy and technology has no partiality. Okay, if you are getting into the industry, you are start working on your website, your business, you are creating advertisement on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, or other platforms. If you are doing it, the technology platform doesn't know whether you are fair, you are dark, you are short, you are tall, okay, what community you are from, what background you are from, what is your educational qualification is all about. The technology doesn't know anything. Technology has no mercy. Technology has no partiality. You do the things right, you get the things right. Anybody. Okay, when I initially started try to start in this digital marketing industry, not digital marketing, in the internet and blogging industry to generate revenue and all this stuff, my laptop did not have a key, couple of keys.
இப்போ வந்து சின்ன ஹெல்ப், நான் வந்து இந்த ஃபேஸ்ல தெரியணும்.
Excuse me, are you raising any doubts? Okay, others you can be on mute. I really appreciate that. Okay, so digital marketing has no mercy, it has no partiality, anybody can go live. So that is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and the two major platform that I can say, is, one is search engine. Okay, one is search engine and another one is social media. Okay, another one is the social media. Now these are the two major platforms I can claim that internet is rolling on. People will either research something online for their educational purpose, for their business purposes and everything. Okay, they will research, they will be looking for information. Okay, and for that they use search engine. Okay, search engine, which means an engine which is used to search, and it is designed to deliver highly relevant and most useful information to the people. Okay, now one major platform is search engine and another major platform is social media. Okay, generally people spend time on social media for entertainment purposes. There are places where we use it for educational purposes too, but primarily entertainment purposes to connect with strangers, family members, virtual connection of family members, association with other people, social media basically. So, in simple terms, if you want me to say, search engine is a network of websites. Search engine is a network of websites. Social media is a network of people profile information. Okay, I go to Google, I go here, I start searching about any of the content which I want. Let me say I'm searching for this GSM Arena, something like that. Okay, so it gives me some information. It gives me the list of websites. Okay, based on the conditions, I have the websites to be updated in last 1 hour or something like that. So I will remove the condition past hour. So I need to make sure that anytime. Okay. So now whenever I search something, Google gives me the list of websites taken from an existing database. வேகனே இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு டேட்டாபேஸ்ல இருந்து எடுத்து கொண்டு வந்து கொடுக்குது. So it's exclusively a database where the information is taken from. This is basically, you know, social media, I mean search engine. Okay, you take social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Wherever you go, let me say I'm taking up this linkedin.com profile. Once I can go ahead and see, once I search something, I end up seeing profile of people. Where do they work, how do they do, what are they doing actually. Okay, the full options. Okay, now so what happens is, like, you can look at here, I can go over and start searching in a LinkedIn platform. Okay, I can go out and start presenting, or I can search in a LinkedIn platform and I can see that. Okay, is the screen okay, gentlemen, please don't try to share your screen, it will take over my screen. Okay, okay, so I am presenting it now. Okay, so you can have a look at this one. So this is a profile where I can go ahead and start searching about designation, people, information. Let me say, COVID. I search something related to COVID. It gives me information of people who are related to the industry, maximum, or an organization, right? So completely, the social media platform is a network of people and their profile, business people and their profile. Okay, so in social media we can form a network. In search engine you cannot form a network. That's a small difference. Okay, I'll be coming into that now. Okay, now one is the search engine platform and another one is the social media platform. Now in both search engine and social media, we have two ways of marketing. One way of marketing is by paying money. You can pay money to search engine service provider and you can tell your business to come at the top. You can pay money to search engine provider and tell your business to come at the top. For example, you go out and search something related to any of the products or services. Okay, any of the product or services. Let me say I'm searching for 2 BHK flat for sale in Chennai. Okay, when you search this, you can see there is a website called Asta Properties. Asta Properties, what are they saying? They have taken a paid program with Google to tell Google that, hey, you know what, when somebody is searching with a combination of Chennai 2 BHK flat, show my advertisement. Now this is basically an advertisement. Okay, advertisement. Not every time Google will show ads. Google will not show ads every time. Okay, it shows ad only to people when it is feeling it is going to help the person, it is going to add value to the person who is using a search engine. Okay, now next results whichever is coming, they are called organic results. 99acres.com, housingresults.com, no brokers, indiaproperty.com, they are called organic results. Now here is where I'm trying to say, if you want your advertisement to come at the top, pay to Google based on the bidding system and take your space. If you do not want to pay for it and you want to come down in the results like this where it is not mentioned as ad, if you look at this one, there is no mention that says ad or advertisement or sponsored or content. Now this is organic result. Okay, this is basically a organic result. And if you look into this one, the top results whichever we have, that is actually a paid results. Okay, and this is one such example which I am trying to give it here. So that's we call it as optimization. Okay, we call that one as optimization. Okay, search engine optimization, social media optimization, which means basically in layman's language, I can say search engine optimization is a platform where you can use to drive visitors to grow your business for free by following some regular steps and practices. Okay, so search engine optimization is a platform that we can use it, okay, to grow our business by following some regular practices or activities. Okay, so we don't need to invest money physically, okay, but we need to make sure that we follow some best practices to get the better results, number one. And the social media platform has also got optimization practice where you can create awareness about a product or a service or a social event or something as a common matter. Okay, we can still create one such. Okay, this is basically called social media optimization, where we can still grow our business by following some best practices without investing money. Number two. Now, the marketing practices, search engine marketing is basically a platform where you will be having a business goal, you will be having a target, and you will be having a budget associated with it, and you will spend money to generate leads. You will spend money to generate leads, number one. And another one is social media marketing. Okay, you can promote your product or services using a paid campaign. You can pay money and you can increase your visibility. So there are a couple of options. Okay, so one is optimization technique, another one is marketing technique, another one is social media marketing. So there's a small image that I have taken from the internet to just let you know that these are the four major pillars or four major platform for a digital establishment. Now whatever you take either search engine, you take social media, you take search engine marketing, optimization, or whatever it may be, it comes with two other product, which is basically one is to understand the performance, track, understand the performance. That's one tool, and another tool is to read its metrics. Okay, analytics, analyzing, the biggest advantage of being into this particular industry. Okay, now I am going to help you break down individually what is search engine. I'm going to break down what is optimization, and I'm going to break down what is marketing, and finally I'm going to help you understand the four major platforms and why do we use it, okay, and how we can use that one. So that will be the ongoing topics which we can have it here. Okay, so basically if you look into, as I've already shared, people use social media platforms. Okay, I have a small text based graph which is being created. Okay, the complete world is connected with one source called internet. Internet is the only mode of communication connecting with you to any other people. Okay, it works based on authentication. Okay, you authenticate, okay, other people accept. Okay, authentication. In fact, even in this meeting we have participants connecting, the host of the event is authenticating, authenticated, connected. Okay, so like this. So internet is the only platform which we are using it right now. As of now, apart from internet, we don't have any huge network to support us. Okay, to access internet, we either use a gadget like a computer or a smartphone. Computer means it can be a laptop, it can be a desktop, it can be your Mac computer, it can be your HP laptop, whatever you call it as. Okay, computer or a smartphone, any branded smartphone which has access to internet can be targeted. Okay, so people use electronic gadgets like computer, a smartphone, or internet. Correct? Internet is the platform used, and they are actively participating in either search engine or social media. They go whatever they want. Let me say their battery is not working. Now what people generally used to do, they go online, they start searching for, okay, Realme. Okay, they start searching for Realme battery replacement, right? Realme battery replacement. Okay, why? Because my battery is not working. This is a mobile model which I have. I can still go very specific by telling that Realme 5 Pro. That's my mobile model. And battery replacement. Once I want to go out and start looking for it, I either search in internet or I connect with people. I spend time with people. Okay, I spend time with people on social media platforms. I send friend requests. I join a group related to Realme Pro mobile smartphone. I go out and ask questions. I raise problems there. People gives me an answer. I associate with people in social media platform. Okay. Now the nature of search engine on social media platforms are little different. Now few examples I can say is like Google, Yahoo, Bing, Yandex, DuckDuckGo on search engine and social media. Okay. And lots of people would have heard only these three: Google, Yahoo, and Bing. There are more than 50 plus search engines out there in the market. When I say 50 plus, I'm talking about famous. Okay. Now, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn are other platforms. Each and every platform has a purpose. Okay. Each and every platform has a purpose. Okay. So this is the image which I'm trying to depict, that people can access internet using a smartphone, computer, or any portable devices, palm top, laptop, or whatever it may be. Okay. Now, search engine, few examples are Google, Yahoo, Ask, Amazon, okay, Microsoft Network, Bing, About, and there's a lot. If you go Google, okay, list of search engines, okay, there is a lot, okay, list of search engines, okay, there is huge number of search engine list available, because lots of people use Google and Bing maximum. We are not aware about the any other third-party product or services that is available. Okay, so this is one. So we can have a look at here, list of search engines: Bing, Yandex, CC Search, Swisscos, DuckDuckGo, StartPage, search engine script. Okay, everything has a purpose. Okay, why there is a use of having these many search engines when we have somebody as a market leader? Now, remember, the goal of Google is not as same as the goal of Yandex. The goal of Yandex is not same as DuckDuckGo. They have a different policy. They have a different goal behind how they are working, and they are market leader in their own topic and their industries. Okay. Now, so search engine is basically what it is. Search engine is basically a software program. Okay, search engine it is basically a software program, and how it is designed. It is designed with the goal to deliver highly relevant, okay, to deliver the content which is highly relevant, most useful information to the user who is searching the content. Whenever you go online, start searching something, okay, you search, it returns a result in shorter period of time, okay, very short period of time. The goal of a search engine is to deliver highly relevant, most useful information to the user. We go search something, okay. So what happens, like you go to a shop and you ask a shop owner, hey, can you give me a cup of coffee? Okay, what we do, can I have a cup of coffee? And this is what I'm going to ask the search engine, right? Can I have a cup of coffee? Now what does the search engine says? Okay, can I have a coffee please? Okay, I'm just typing random coffee please. Okay, now what happens, it is supposed to tell me what are the potential opportunities for me to drink coffee. Okay, now when I order a coffee, and what if the shop owner gives me, let me say, buttermilk, what happens to me, right? I order a coffee, but the shop owner gives me a buttermilk. Now the question is like, where am I wrong? Where am I going wrong? Where is the miscommunication is actually happening? Okay, see, this is an electronic product. The laptop which I'm using is an electronic product, and this electronic product cannot speak to me. I'm a human. Now, in order for this human to interact with this electronic product is what we have graphical user interface, GUI. Basically, this is interface which helps me to interact with the computer, the machine, and the human which I'm sitting on the other side. End of the day, somebody creates a business, somebody becomes a consumer. In between, the electronic gadget acts as a bridge, and the problem is the man, the human, and the human on the other side, and the electronic platform in between doesn't know any common language to speak. There is a separate thing called machine language, C, C++, Java, PHP. There is a separate thing called human-based language, which is basically called Tamil, English, Telugu, Hindi, and Urdu. Now, all these computers doesn't know this machine language. I mean, the human languages. Okay, all these human languages doesn't know the machine languages. The biggest problem we have. Correct. Now, so How do we interact with each other? Graphical user interface. Now, these search engines have created an algorithm in such a way that whenever somebody inputs a keyword in the search box based on the choice of words, okay, based on the choice of words, automatically they determine the user intent and they deliver the result. Now, when I say I can have a coffee, please, this is what I'm searching. Now, Google says, oh, is it? I can show you places where they serve coffee for you nearby in your location. I never say nearby. I never said nearby. But it is common sense that when I want to have a coffee, I'm sure I can go for 500 meters max. I cannot travel 3,000 kilometers or even at least 10 kilometers to have a coffee. So it's a common sense factor that they have to give me the common, very easy information that I can have. So it gives me a result that is related to me. Okay, how to order a coffee in the UK, learn English. Okay, so somebody is trying to teach you English also, right? Anyway, now the information whichever it is given to me, if it is irrelevant, I won't come here. Okay, so it's relevant. Number one, the information which is given is useful to me. Obviously, if I can go here, okay, Murugambal tea stall. Okay, I personally know this tea stall is really good. Okay, but still, okay, I get a proposal here, so I go here and my business gets converted. Number one. Okay, and the next thing is like it was useful, it is relevant to me, and look at this. Look at this. 272 lakhs plus businesses. See, now it's huge. When I search for this keyword, the spider or the web crawler has gone ahead and searched the complete database of search engine, and it has displayed the results in 0.91 second, not even 1 second, not even 1 second, fraction of second, broken down into pieces, right? So very small time is what it is taking. Okay, how many of you have experienced this, in your computer when you want to search an image, you put your Windows button, type something and sit idle for a couple of minutes to see how many results are coming. At the max, our computer will have 250 GB to around 300 GB of data, and the time taken to check it out is around 30 seconds to 1 minute. But look at this one, the huge database of websites which is being used. It takes just a fraction of a second, just like that. Correct? Just like that. Now, that is what the quality of service that is offered for free. Relevant, most useful services that is offered in a shorter period of time for free to the end user. Now, here is where we love the process, the speed. Do you ever accept getting into a Volvo bus or an omnibus and go very slower than the State Transport Corporation? Right? We are not satisfied. Now you go to a bus which is really looking beautiful, good, but it is not at all moving faster. It takes 12 hours instead of going to a place for 8 hours. Nobody likes it. Speed is something. Speed and performance is what lots of people expect. Now, delivering the high quality content, relevant, most useful information to the user is the primary goal of a search engine. You can give it a try. Okay, you can give it a try. So go to any search engine, you start searching about, let me say, water filter video. Okay, when I say water filter video, when I search about it, and it gives me more information that is coming from a video content, because I'm a user looking for video. Let me say I'm searching for water filter images. Now it tries to understand that I'm looking for water filter images. Now it will rarely show me the water filter video. Okay, it will show me very rarely. So this is one opportunity. Okay, it's taking a bit time. Okay, so it shows me here information about water filter images. Okay, I can start searching for something new information that gives me a lot. When I look for water filter images, Google feels like, oh, this guy seems to be researching to buy this. Okay, let me show him a couple of advertisements. That too on the other side, not on the main screen. And now you can see images are shown at the top. Now, users query. Let me say you go out and search about something like a job. Let me say somebody wants to get a job in Coimbatore. In Coimbatore, they want to get a digital marketing executive job. How do they can find it out? Okay, they can identify by searching here, like so digital marketing executive jobs in Coimbatore. So let me say this person is searching like this. Now what Google does, Google understands that this person is looking for a job opportunity. So it validates information from its existing database and it collects information which talks about Coimbatore digital marketing executive jobs, and Google takes the responsibility to validate the information and show it in front of you. They have more than 100 plus jobs waiting for you. 100 plus jobs. Now Google takes the pain of validating it. They are not giving it to you to validate. Correct? They take the pain of validating information. They want to give it to you here. Okay, you want to go out and search for any public figure, whomsoever you want to search for. Okay, you can go, let me say this is my name, which I'm using it as a brand name to, as a personal branding process. Okay, once I go out and search like this, you can start seeing that my business details and everything starts coming down here, which is my Chennai based location basically. Okay, it brings up and it shows to me. Okay, so this is one opportunity which I have because I'm the owner of the website. It gives me access to the data and all of the stuff related to Amadou Kumar, whichever is being displayed here. That is one opportunity. Now you go out and start searching for another personality who is very famous. Let me say we can take our ex-president Dr. Abdul Kalam. Okay, so one of my great inspiration. Okay, so when I say here, now Google knows, okay, he is a VIP, he is a person who is very famous also. Now it starts giving me about his profile, his name, what he does, when he was born, when he expired. It gathers information from people and it will show it to people. Okay, now does that mean that only this person has the name Abdul Kalam here? No. He is the person called as Abdul Kalam, very famous by across almost every person in the world. So Google knows that the search pattern for Abdul Kalam has always visited Wikipedia page of Abdul Kalam or abdulkalams.com. Okay, so this is how it is. It takes information from here. You go out and search information about a VIP profile who is a cine actor. Okay, you can get their biopic and profile and all the stuff. Okay, you can start exploring information about an organization. Okay, you can start exploring information about an organization. Okay, so what happens when I search about, let me say, Bharatiyar University? So here is where we are connecting with right now. Okay, so when I go here, I can try to get information. Okay, I'll just use this because this is a brand name. Okay, what I'm searching is a brand name, and Google knows that there is an organization like this, and it has been validated. It has been taken. Okay, it is consideration, and it says it gives me information from the knowledge graph from different sources. Okay, and it also tells me that who are all the people who are alumni of this organization, who are in the VIPs list, or famous people. Okay, it gives me the related such as also departments and all this stuff. Now this is how the amount of effort that is being invested inside giving a data to a person who is looking for. Now as a business owner, what are we going to do? We are going to understand what are the kind of information that people are going to search, and based on the search they are generating, we are going to give them the right information. Okay, based on the search we are generating, we are going to give them the right information, and when we have the information available in our website, those people come to our website, they visit us, they connect with us, we generate business out of it. Basically a organic method of doing it. Okay, so highly it is usable, user friendly, easily it can be used to generate business for us. Okay, now this is also called the websites across the globe connected with each and every website. That is when we call it as WWW, which means like World Wide Web. Web is collection of thousands and thousands of.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
We can't see your screen, sir.
Is it?
Can't see your screen, sir.
Wait, ma'am. Okay, Nalini madam, you are actually taking over my screen. Please support us. Okay. Thank you for immediately notifying now. Okay. Okay, now it is working. Cool.
Sir,
yes.
one doubt.
Yeah.
Like those whose screen has been shared by mistake, while sending the video to everybody, can you get that thing deleted from while sending?
I think organizer will take care of it. Okay.
Yeah, kindly suggest them, please.
Yeah, sure. Anyway,
thank
you so much. Okay, so the search engine is completely related to relevant, useful, and quick. These are the three things. Now, the question is not only search engine. Okay, not only search engine. In any business you take, you don't give relevant service, you're not doing it faster, and if it does not add value to your customer, they are not going to be with you. Do you get my point? They are not going to be with you if you don't serve the same thing. I literally want to give to my customers like what they are looking for. I ask people, why do you want to take up a digital marketing course? Come on, man. What is the purpose you want to take it up? When the guy says like, I don't have any purpose, I don't have any activity to do, so that's the reason I'm studying. I tell them like, better don't waste my time. Correct? If you don't have a goal to study about it, I'm not willing to associate with you too. That's very important, right? So relevant, useful, and quick results, not only in digital, in any business, in any endeavor you take. You go sit in a coffee shop, order a cup of coffee, and the person brings coffee after 35 minutes. That too, not coffee, but buttermilk. We feel so excited, happy, right? Wow, what a wonderful shop. When I ask for coffee, they give me buttermilk. Wow, amazing. We have no customers like that. We have no customers staying like that, to be very frank. Okay, everybody needs the relevant services whichever they are asking for. Okay, highly relevant. Okay, so I have an image of horse running speed. It gives me more information about horse running speed. Correct? Okay, 88 km/h. Horse is an animal. So like we searched for a university, it gives the information. If we searched for my name, it gives some information. We searched for an animal and its fact. So facts and figures are validated. Maximum facts and figures are validated. Google is taking up very strong effort on validating medical based content, educational based content, whichever can easily be misleading people. Google is taking a very strong decision on that, and validated information will be shown. And for your information, I'm letting it little clearly. The content which you are seeing at the top here in this box, and the content that you see here on the right side as a horse, an animal, and the information from other places. Okay, whatever we see it here. Okay, on the right side of the window, this is called knowledge graph. Okay, knowledge graph. Anybody who is very keen on knowing about what it is, please go search about what is knowledge graph. Okay, and also other stuff. Don't try to get very deeper into it. Okay, just understand what it is. That's more than sufficient. Okay, because we are not the person who is working behind the program of the algorithm which is working. Okay, no, we are the end user. We don't need to dive deep into these concepts. Okay, understand what is what. That is what we need. Okay, number one. Now, so it gives us most relevant information and the results whichever are being displayed. Okay, the result. Okay, can I have 1 or 2% giving an answer? Okay, who controls the display of the results that is coming here? Who controls the display of the image that is shown here? Either the Google, the end user, or who is that? Who has the control over displaying the results? We call this page as SERP, search engine results page. Who controls it? Anyone from the crowd? Simply let me say, okay, end user, there are lots of chat. Okay, algorithm, Google is controlling, algorithm is controlling, end user is controlling, server is controlling, Google. Okay, so we see maximum people saying Google is controlling. Okay, let me come to the point. Google is supporting, Google is not controlling, Google is supporting. Okay, now this is exclusively controlled by the end user. Okay, this is exclusively controlled by the end user. The reason because the result that is being displayed is directly related to my choice of keywords. You agree with my point? My choice of keywords. The results whichever I'm saying, which I'm searching, is related to my choice of keywords. I go out and search Apple. I search Apple, and what Google knows is like when people search about Apple, they have always gone to apple.com. They've always gone to apple.com. Now, lots of people who search about Apple, they have always gone to apple.com and its related product and services. Now, Google says, oh, Apple, okay, this is a technology company. And these are the content related to Apple. Now, my choice of word is Apple. Now, Google understands that whatever the demanding information happening with Apple, Google will give it to me. Now, I'm going to be very specific. I'm going to say Apple fruit. Now Google knows very well, this guy is looking for a fruit, man. Correct? This guy is looking for a fruit. Now I cannot go out and show Apple to him. Now Google cannot decide this guy is looking for Apple phone. Though I gave my result as Apple fruit, Google cannot take a decision that he is looking for Apple phone. Google cannot give me a Apple phone content. At least 1 or 2 will be there, but still the major contribution will be the fruit. Now, the complete search engine results page is controlled by our keywords, the end user. Now, when we learn the art of targeting the end user, when we learn the art of targeting the end user, we can have our business visible. Anybody can come and search online, right? Is there any corporate digital marketing trainer out there in Chennai, Theni, Madurai, Kodaikanal, Ooty, right? Okay, there is a huge demand for corporate training in webinar and other stuff. Now, if I don't have a content related to the particular topic in my website, now I lose the opportunity of showing up my website to people. Rarely I can figure out people. Okay. Now, the search engine results page is completely covered or controlled by user's choice of keywords. Now, the user goes wrong. Google says, "Oh, I think this is not you are looking for. I think you are trying something different." Okay, let me say I'm trying to search apple fruit. Instead of fruit, I make a spelling mistake. Okay, F-R-I-T-U, fruit something. Now Google says like, there is no common term searched with this. Most potentially, I think, are you referring to Google fruit or are you referring to apple fruit? Obviously Google decides, yeah, it's apple fruit, because that is the behavior of people. So Google can understand the user intent. Google knows very well the person has given a wrong spelling, so it has corrected itself and it has taken the results coming up. Okay, they do not want to blame people. They do not want to tell you like, oh, you have given a spelling mistake. With the spelling mistake, we are not going to show you results. Google is never going to say that. Okay, number one. Okay, so search engine results page. This is one of the technical term. Okay, basically called SERP. Okay, search engine results page. Let me say you want to know about what is search engine results page. Better copy it, go put it in Google, hit search. This is the best way to get your materials. This is the best way to get your materials. Wikipedia is a common platform of lots of people connecting your content, and there are other websites which is adding value to the same keyword or other stuff. Search engine results page. Now, there are two things which I want to highlight here. Number one is validation. Again and again, Wikipedia is a highly trusted source, so you can believe it. But the next thing is SERP. Okay, who is the market leader? It's Google. Now, what we can do? We can search what is SERP and along with the keyword Google. Why? What does the organization Google say about SERP? Okay, what does the organization Google talks about SERP? Okay, so once you go here, once you start looking at the results, let us see, is there a content from the official Google's website? Okay, official Google's website. Basically, the content, if it is available, it will be under the website of support.google.com. Okay, support.google.com. Okay, so if there is any URL like this, it is going to show up. Okay, search engine optimization starter guide. Can you see here? Okay, search engine results page, support.google.com, frequently asked questions. Why I'm telling this one is because the product owner Google defines and describes what is search engine results page. Now, if anybody else is defining, that is a third-party process. Now, if it is taken from the official sources, okay, that is when it is validated. I call this particular practice as learning from the master. Learning from the master. Okay, so you go ahead, start learn from somebody who is a owner of the product, expert in the industry, and they themselves come and teach you, so that we don't get any intermediators coming in between. So the wrong information, miscommunication won't happen. It is our responsibility to get information and the validation that is done by the respective product owners and the industry, okay, in any topic. Okay, so search engine has a property, it has a character. Okay, what does it mean? What is the characteristics of a search engine? Search engine will show relevant, most useful information in the quick manner. That's okay. But search engine is completely driven by the input text given by the user. Input text given by the user. And the input text given by the user is called keyword. Okay, the input text. The input text is called a keyword. Okay, so this is basically called a keyword. Okay, in technical terms, we call it as a keyword. We can split this word keyword as a key and word, where the word where we feed acts as a key to unlock the results. Okay, based on the choice of word inside the keyword is when the SERP will display the results. Okay, So keyword is very important. So when people come open a search engine, search for something, we call it as a keyword. Okay. Now that keyword is when acting as a primary source for business owners and also the consumers to explore each other. Okay. Now the probability of the conversion is very high in search engine. The reason because when somebody comes searches in internet, they are searching for something because they need it. They are searching for something because they need it. But in social media, people don't search for it. In social media, people don't search for it. They explore profile, correct? They explore people's profile. Okay. Most of their interest in social media, we can talk of people who are interested in social media, search engine, or movies, or hobbies, or the employment opportunity where they work. Okay, so they can have these opportunities. The probability of getting visibility in social media is a bit high, but the probability of getting conversion, because people who are looking for it are coming down. Okay, that happens with the highest opportunity. Okay, now search engine basically works based on proxy based targeting, which means there are several people connecting from across the globe in this particular one. Okay, in this particular session, so we have several people connecting. How can I identify your location? Until otherwise you tell me that I am from this place and this place, I can understand. But how does this computer understands? Search engine spiders and other people understand your current location, and your computer's IP address is one factor which is used to determine where you are. Now, in your computer, you would have logged in from your Gmail account, and the same email account will be configured on your smartphone. Now, there is a two ways of validation. Now, if your computer says you are in, let me say, Chennai, and your smartphone also says you are in Chennai, and your computer's location, let me say my current location, when I come down at the bottom, okay, it will generally tell me what is my current location is. Okay, you can come down and see here. Okay, see, it says like Bodinaikanur, I'm here, so it says like Meenakshipuram, Tamil Nadu, right? Now this is my location. When I go to my phone and start looking for my map location, it also says I'm in the same location. Now it can validate, okay, this person is in this latitude and this longitude. Okay, IP address based content you can identify. You can identify based on my device location, my GPS enabled phone which I have. Okay, now the Gmail account which I have configured, that helps me to track the keywords whichever I use in my mobile Chrome browser. I use the same email ID. Now Google can understand the choice of words which I'm using, and even when I come to the laptop, it can suggest me the similar way because I use the same account synced with my laptop and also on my device. Okay, when I use a Google based product Chrome browser, it remembers my search activity for 30 days minimum, and it helps me to serve. It helps me by serving highly relevant advertisement, relevant content. Lots of people would have experienced this. You go search something online, you end up looking at a product on Amazon, and you don't buy it and come back. Next time when you load any website, the same ditto product will be there on your right side, your window. Ditto product will be there on the right side on your window. So this is basically called cache memory, okay, or a browser.
Sir, please share.
Can you please come again,
Sir, we are not able to see your screen, sir.
Is it? Okay.
Sir, your screen is not visible, sir.
Nalini from Erode. Okay. You have taken over my screen, Nalini from Erode. Please make sure that you are not doing it. Okay. I think it is not done by you. It is a device that is automatically initiating. So we have no control over it. Whenever the screen is not visible, please get back to me immediately, like what you have done right now. Okay. Thank you. So web browser helps Google to understand your behavior. If there is somebody who feels like, oh, Google is like, tracking my activities and all this stuff, I'm not supposed to do, I'm not interested like that. Better don't use Chrome. Go ahead and start using IE or Firefox, something like that. Okay, the probability of you being monitored is very less. Okay. Now, and that's the reason they have launched an incognito window. Like if you want, you can go ahead and take up the incognito window that is being shown. Okay. Now, the internet service provider who is giving a service to you, they are also one of the factors to be determined, and your current location of GPS, latitude and longitude coordinates, that also helps. So Google uses such a factors to determine a person's availability and their reach. Now, the probability of people giving wrong information is very high. Have you ever heard that people always say, I can change my IP address location. I can use a VPN software program to, access, restricted content. Okay, like that. I can use, any other software, proxy-based, softwares that can change my IP address dynamically again and again. Correct. So proxy-based targeting that changes my address, okay, dynamically, okay, again and again. So basically what happens here is like this makes the particular search engine spider or the content to understand where these people are. Okay, and this one, my God. Gentlemen, my screen is being always taken over by somebody. Okay.
Again, it is constant.
Yeah. No. I have to resume it again because actually this is not the people who are doing intentionally. To be very frank, this is the glitch with the product. Okay. So people who are connected from a smartphone, the screen will automatically connect. Actually, okay. That's the reason. So let us not make it as a big problem here. Okay. So when they know that the screen being presented, because they themselves are not aware of what is happening, that's the reason. So I will take care. If the screen is not coming, do let me know. I will immediately share my screen. Okay, wonderful. Somebody has taken. Okay, I'm online. Okay, great. So like this, I'm going to show you the real-time example of how does Google understand your location. Okay, now there are websites which are created with .in, .com extension. Okay, let me go to Google and start searching for the brand name Amazon. Okay, let me go to Google, start searching for the brand name Amazon. Okay, and I hit search. Okay, what this particular search engine will do, it will take the data and it will give priority to Amazon.in. It give priority to Amazon.in. Okay, because I am a person sitting down in India searching for Amazon. Amazon is established in more than 12 plus countries. But I am searching with the brand name Amazon sitting down in India, and Google knows very well that this email ID is created from India. This guy is situated in India. He is sitting down in Indian location. He is searching for a brand which is internationally established, and hence we will give him the information related to Amazon.in because I'm sitting down in India. And Amazon has also done one thing. What it has done? Amazon has also said that I'm targeting people in India by registering a domain name that is ending with .in. You're getting a point, right? By registering a domain name that is ending with .in. Okay. Now, by telling the search engine spider that, oh, you know what, my website ends with .in, which means I am targeting audiences who are located in India. That's what it means, right? Now, what I'm going to do? I'm going to do here, I'm going to change my location settings. Okay, I'm going to go to my settings and I'm going to change it to, let me say Canada. Okay, I'm going to change it to Canada. Now, what I'm trying to say, do you think I'm trying to cheat Google by telling them a wrong information? Right? Do you think I'm trying to cheat people by telling them a wrong information? Any idea like that? If that is the case, if Google feels when I change my location as Canada and I update this one, okay, when I change it as Canada and I update it, if you feel you are cheating Google, we are mistaken, because there are some advantages where people have to change their location for their business needs or any requirement, and Google has given an opportunity to people. Okay, Google has given an opportunity to people to use it as an advantage. Okay, now, so to use it as an advantage. Now what happens? It verifies whether this person is a human or a computer. Why he is sitting down in India, he is trying to change the location to Canada. Okay, if that is the case, I want to validate him. That is what happened right now. CAPTCHA validation process. Okay, now it has understood, okay, he is a real human. Okay, allow him. Then now what happens when I change my browser settings to Canada and search the same keyword Amazon, it shows me Amazon Canada website at the top. Can you see here? Amazon.ca. Now when the communication between the human and the machine is right, the things will be taken care. Not a problem. Okay. Now I don't need to be settled at Canada. Okay. Let me change my settings back to India because that's what I need. Because whatever I search, then I start seeing information related to Canada. Okay. Now when we will use this particular feature is because let me say when I get a client sitting down at Canada who wants my digital marketing or SEO service. Now when I do a research, Google generally shows me results related to India because I'm situated in India. Now when I change my location to Canada and start doing it, now until my research process, everything happens to help my client to better understand what are the behavior that is happening. Okay, to better understand what are the behavior that is happening. Okay, right. So the best thing is like, so the best thing that can happen is it will show Amazon.in data only for me when I search from India, but when I go to Canada, I will search from Amazon Canada. Okay, this is what will basically happen with the complete process. Okay, so we are communicating with the people the right way. That's what maximum is. Okay, so I can use this. Wonderful. And the best thing is it is highly relevant whatever we are searching about it. Okay, so search engine has its own advantages and the futures. What are we going to do? How can we make these things working for us? How can we make these things working for us, for our business? The question is, when I search about, let me say, Amadou Kumar's training, when somebody comes and search about, let me say, your training program or something like that, how can I drive them to my website? Okay, how can I drive them? How can I catch attention from people and I can drive it to my website? Okay, now, so social media contributes to content. So basically, whatever we have searched till now is about search engine. Search engine has got its own advantages, and the biggest advantages is the keyword that is being used, number one. Okay, and the second biggest advantage is it uses proxy based data. So where we can create content and target people, they also offer paid marketing. Okay, and we can create our own website, we can establish ourselves very easily with the search engine platforms and products. Okay, and other thing we have is social media. Okay, so this is when we are just getting into social media. So I have spoken only about search engine, I did not speak about search engine optimization. I am going to speak about social media. I'm not going to speak about social media optimization. That is going to continue the next. Okay, now I'll be doing it a little faster. Okay, social media contributes. Social plus media. Social means associating with people. Media means multimedia content, text, image, video. Now, social activities like programs, function, event, everything is called social. Media is text-based, video-based, image-based content. When you combine people's activity with media, okay, that is when we call it as social media. Okay, it contributes to the concepts of social media. Okay, it means, in my opinion, okay, social means associating with people who are like-minded people. Okay, all those people we are connected today, right? We are like-minded, correct? We are like-minded. We have the same, mindset related to digital marketing. So we are connected. Okay. So media means a method of mass communication, broadcasting, publishing, using the internet, and all the stuff. So collectively. So social is basically connecting with people who are like-minded, and media is a publishing platform, basically a broadcasting. So social media combines both publishing your content and other stuff using social activity related product on digital. Okay, like-minded people associating in communities or groups for mass communication. You know very well, you are a part of several WhatsApp group, several Facebook group. Okay, now people who are with the same mindset, same people from the same college, people from the same school, people from the same institutions, they connect with each other, correct? So like-minded people. So the advantage of social media platform is like-minded people are associated in social media platform. Like-minded people are not associated with the search engine. In search engine, we target people when we search something. Okay, social media, no, we target people's profile. In simple terms, search engine is a collection of websites. Social media is collection of people profile. You can associate with your friends, your family members, strangers. whom you don't know who are them, right? There can be lots of people who can search my profile immediately right now, go to my amadukkumar.com's profile and they can share a friend request with me. That can happen. Till now they never knew who am I around an hour back, but right now they can go out and search, correct? Now we can connect with the public figure. Somebody might be a VIP, but you can still connect with him, okay? Professionals who are officially participating in management or other programs, and you can connect with people, with anybody else in the whole industry and the network. Okay, now, so as I've already said, social platform works based on people's profile information. I can target people who are married, I can target people who are engaged. Okay, how many of you have felt this one, right? Once you update your status on Facebook like, oh, I'm happily engaged to so and so, now what happens immediately, right? Event organizers, honeymoon trip planners, hotel bookings, all the people, they make you as a target and they start pushing your advertisements. Okay, you see it in your social media platform, and once you update we are happily married, right? All the people like Aishwarya Fertility Center, the people who are related to lifestyle, something like that, they start connecting with you to tell you that, hey, you know what, you are married, you are supposed to undergo a treatment, gynecology treatment. Now the people are worried, man, what is happening out there? Right now, so it is we who are giving the information. Okay, so what we do when we create our social media profile, we create our social media profile with our first name, last name, our date of birth. Okay, we give our signature, which means like not literal signature, our name. Okay, and we tell them the confirmation, right? So this is my profile, I verify it. Okay, your travel habits, educational details, professional details. Go ahead, open your Facebook account and see what are the information that you updated, interest, hobbies, right? Now these information are used by the organization to help them personalize their need. Here is where I want to highlight this. You get my point? Here is where I want to highlight this. Okay, why are these organizations collecting our data? Why are they collecting my first name, last name, all the details that they have? Why are they using it to target so advertisement? Why Google is targeting my keyword on my Chrome browser? Why social media platforms are targeting my activities and everything? Why do they do it? Any text message can be highly appreciated. Why do they do it? Why do they do it? Any idea? Let us see, do we have the right understanding of it? Why do they do it? Why do they do it? Okay, lots of appreciations coming in. Thank you so much. Okay, so potential customers. Okay, why do search engines, social media platforms? Okay, because the data have more importance. Oh, to know the right audience. Okay, to get business leads. Okay, to follow the users for digital marketing. Okay, anyway, so I'm just waiting, is there anyone who can give me the answer? Accidentally I even leaked the answer, but still. Okay, for doing digital marketing to get leads, to follow the leaders and other stuff. Okay, ratings. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, understand, let us understand one thing for sure. Okay, the thing is, they want to know about your profile and details so that they can show information that is related to your interest. You agree with my point? Only when I understand what you love the most, I can show you something related to what you love the most. Correct. Only when I understand your behavior and other stuff, I can give you personalized things. You can give it a try after this session. Go to Google, simply search about something without logging into your google.com, and the results will be different. Go to Google, log into your Google account, and you try to search, your results will be personalized. Social media platforms, search engine platforms are going towards personalization. Personalization is the secret. Take me in this case. You book a ticket with a travel agent, and the travel agent sends you a message, hi, the bus ticket confirmed at 8:30 p.m. today. Now this is one message. Another travel agency, when you book a ticket with another travel agency, one they say like, hey Amada Kumar, hope you are doing great, right? Your travel program from Chennai to Thane is confirmed on this particular time. Based on your previous travel habit, we understood that you are looking for water bottle. Now we serve water bottle within our network itself. If you ask the driver or the conductor, they will serve you. Now they can even register what was the concern I raised last time. They can even understand what was the thing which I demanded, right? Now when they send me a message like, they send me like, last time let me say I fight with them to understand, oh why the hell I don't have a water bottle, I don't have water to drink, stop somewhere. And the driver says, hey come on man, this is like in between something where we don't have any stalls. Once we see a stall, we will pick up a water bottle, something like that. Now so I'm just giving an example. I raised this problem in the travels. Next time when I book the ticket with the same travels, you know what do they say? Along with my booking message, they will be telling water bottles are available at our counter. Please check with the conductor. Correct? Now, this is basically called a personalization, giving something what people want. Now, search engines and social media, they want to give you something you want, and they will try to understand what you want. They will try to understand what you want by your search behavior, travel behavior, user behavior, the videos that you have watched, the text content that you have read, the social media post that you have shared, the comment which you liked, the video that you shared. So everything tells about this platform, about what your interests are, and these people try to deliver personalized result to you. Are you getting a point? Okay. The reason why these people collect your data and have it with them, we will look at it as, oh, they are stealing our data. They cannot steal our data. Who told you to create your Facebook account? Who told you to create your Gmail account? If you feel your data privacy is very high, but if you can be an open book like me, what is the problem? What is the biggest problem if somebody is looking in my Facebook profile when they take my first name, last name? Okay, I have it registered with the government. I have my first name, last name. I have my email address. I have my data birth published. I have my education details published. Now, what is there have to happen to me? Like, to be very frank, so I'm using my Facebook profile. Now, if you are so sensitive, potentially you might be a terrorist or somebody who do not want to tell your information to other people. Okay, that is different. Now, what happens? Only when I tell the search engine and the social media platform who am I, where I am interested, they will believe that I am a human. Otherwise, they'll be thinking like there is a duplicate profile created. You're getting a point? Duplicate profile. Okay, so there is a lot. Okay, so we can use social media platforms for creating brand awareness and organizing events, and anybody can do it. We have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram. I don't need to tell to you people. You know very well what happens with the social media platform. There are people who are using it in the negative way without even getting trained on digital marketing on social media platform. They know the art of connecting with people, blackmailing them, cheating them, collecting money from them, and they are caught after 4 years and 5 years. Now, I am not sure where did they learn all this stuff from, but still they know that they can do it. Now, how are we going to make it very productive and effective for our business? That is very important. You are getting a point? Okay, so social media platforms, we have Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and other stuff. So, all I have discussed till now is only till search engine and social media. Now, here is when I'm going to discuss about optimization. Okay, because we know what is search engine, we know social media. Okay, this is what we are using it for. Now, what is optimization? Okay, gentleman who is into the organization team, when I'm supposed to stop, please give me a notification so that I can plan accordingly. Okay, cool. So optimization, okay, is basically what is, let us try to understand optimization, because you might have heard what is search engine optimization, social media optimization, all this stuff outside, right? YouTube optimization, Quora optimization. Now, what does optimization mean? Is there anyone who can throw some light on it, who can just chat here? Okay, what does optimization mean in your opinion? Okay, once I get 5 answers. Okay, maximum. Okay, optimization means reaching the maximum of something. Okay, cool. Once I get 5 answers, I will get into the topic. Okay, is there anything? Okay, why? What is optimization? Maximization of a variable. Okay, little technical. Wonderful. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, what is automation? Using the resource effectively. Perfect. Using the resource effectively. Yes, gentlemen. You go to Google, start searching for what is optimization. You will understand what is optimization. Okay, meaning of optimization. Let us not take it very difficult. Okay, what is optimization? Okay, meaning of optimization. Right, what happens here now? Meaning of optimization: the action of making the best or most effective use of a situation or a resource. You have a situation like we have a COVID problem, we are using it to the advantage of our situation. We call it as we are optimizing lockdown. Okay, we are optimizing lockdown by going digital. Okay, I'm talking about a situation. Let me say we have a resource, we have a product called Google Meet. Now we are optimizing Google Meet, we are optimizing our smartphone, we are optimizing our computer. Okay, so the action of making the best or most effective use of a situation or a resource, we call it as optimization. Okay, now how do we mingle this optimization concept with search engine and social media? People follow optimization practices when they need organic results. Organic means, you know very well, organic is something where it is grown naturally, organic results. Okay, so they get recurring results. Let me say you plant a tree, mango tree, you wait for 3 years, 4 years, and the mango tree gives you mangoes every year, every year, every year. So you plant a tree once and you grow it organically, it gives you results again and again, recurring results, organic results, and are willing to invest time and effort. They don't invest money, instead they invest time and they invest effort consistently. That is the secret. They invest time, they invest effort. Okay, the action of making the best or most effective use of a situation or a resource is what is defined as optimization. Okay, now let me come to the point. The action of making the best or most effective use of the search engine's future is called search engine optimization. Okay, what are the features of search engine? Search engine has the feature of searching something when they need. Now, search engine is completely controlled by the choice of keywords used by the user. Now, when we take the advantage of the keyword used by the user to search in search engine and create content about the keyword that is demanding in nature, we call it as search engine optimization. Okay, now that is when we are taking it as an advantage. We are taking an advantage of the keyword used by the internet user to create content around it and deliver the content to them in the quality factor, and hence we are taking an advantage of search engines features. We are taking our optimization practices, taking advantage of optimization. Okay, now when you learn the art of making the best or most effective use of a social media platform and its features, we call it as social media optimization. Now, what are the properties of social media? Social media, like-minded people are connected with each other. There is a network of people available. How can I take the advantage of network of people and the like-minded people who are connected with each other? You are getting a point? Okay. Now, search engine optimization and social media optimization. When you take advantage of the features that is related to search engine and social media to work for you, how can this work for you? We know very well on how this stuff works. Once you go Google, once you understand how the logics works, I can go ahead and tell people that, hey guys, you want to get connected with me? Go to Google, start searching for Amuda Kumar, okay, phone number,